Hello YouTube. Here we are in Cork Airport on the way for 2 weeks in Athens. Well, 2 weeks in Greece, starting in Athens. Hoping to get some really cool photography in and some relaxation because just by looking at me you can see that I am absolutely exhausted. It's been the busiest summer ever, the busiest year ever, and this is the quietest spot in the airport until I pick up the phone and now everybody is coming along behind me. So apologies for that, but yeah, this is the absolute bestest airport in the world, by the way. And we just got some really cool duty free and some vegetable curry. And we're about to get on a plane and head to Zurich. And we might get some pictures in Zurich. And then we're going to go from Zurich to Athens. So, have fun. So yeah, still in Cork Airport. So we might get some other segments just to, see how the trip goes. Any ups and downs along the way. I'm totally exhausted. Hopefully you'll see my I can't brain right now. I can't people. You'll see my command of the English language as well as my physical appearance improve over the next couple of days, hopefully. I get some R&R in. I'm really looking forward to getting some really cool photos. So, you want to say anything to the boys and girls at home?
Not really.
Okay, not really. See you back at Studio Danu. That's us. Zurich. So we're lost in Zurich.
We're not lost.
Oh, well, I know exactly where I am, but I don't know where all the stuff around me is. So we're on our way to get some food and hopefully some photo opportunities. Dun, dun, dun. Stay tuned. Did you actually say something there? Later. Okay. Yeah, that was Zurich. But really not sure if you'll see it because we're going to be looking into the sun. That is Zurich. That is absolutely stunning. So what we're going to do is we're going to an Italian that was recommended a little further down along the lake shore this way, and we are going to, the sun is going down over here, so we're not going to really have time to get sunset photos or anything like that. Who knows, and we'll be facing the wrong way, we'll be facing into the sun rather than getting shots of the city with sunlight on it. So we'll play it by ear, but we might get some really nice dusk shots after the sun goes down. I hope you're not getting dizzy as I move around. I'm trying to find the sun again so that we can... There you go, lots of greenery. There's the boss. I better get off the phone now because there's the boss, okay? Athens International Airport, waiting for the metro. We're about an hour behind schedule for a number of reasons, but mainly because it's so hard to find your way. The signs don't make much sense to people who don't know their system here. I've never used the metro. I've been to Athens a few times. I've never used the metro. I've usually got taxis or buses and stuff like that, so I don't necessarily understand their system. And signs just say like 2 platforms, doesn't say for what, where the metro is, where the train is. It's only when you actually get there you realise, which is which. So, cool, all the same, still enjoyable. But so getting the metro from here to the city centre and then another connection across to where the hotel is, and then hopefully do some shooting tonight. There were some wildfires in some of the country areas, some not so far away, like even Rafina, which is one of the main ports that people would use from the Athens area, and there are other fires around the Attica region which Athens is in. And horrific stories of about 100 people so far killed and stuff, so that's absolutely terrible. But in Athens we're safe enough. The plan is that we are going to Meteora in a couple of days. We're staying in Athens for like 3 nights and then going to Meteora for 3 days, but that really depends on if there's any impact on infrastructure or how things are. I'm not sure whether the train lines will be affected or how the situation is up there. But either way, I'm looking forward to having a good time here. And obviously for the Greeks and for everybody here, I hope that, I hope they get some rain. There's some showers expected today and tomorrow because the wildfires are being driven by the fact that the vegetation and everything is just so dry, and the heat has been fairly intense apparently and relentless. So obviously for their sake, I hope we get some rain. So, how was your first Athens experience?
Really good, actually. They have.
How was your first Athens experience?
It's really good, actually.
Yeah?
You got a metro and a train straight from the airport, which is something we actually don't have back at home in Ireland.
After you spend about an hour looking for it.
Exactly. So yeah, so far so good. Can't wait to see the city.
So, more later.
Later.
It's long before. Well, did I mention I was hungry, no?
No, didn't have to. You didn't landscape on that.
Kalispera. That's sad, isn't it? Kalispera. Kalispera. That's more Greek. Kalispera. So yeah, we made it to Athens. We're in the middle of Ammonia Square, which is one of the major squares in the centre of Athens. And from even 18 years ago, the first time I was here, it's one of my favourite places. It's a bit more busy and run down than it was back then, which you kind of expect, but it's a good place to, kind of like just start to have a look around Athens, because our hotel is only literally 5-minute walk up the street. We're hopefully going to, we're going to go for dinner. We got in late this evening. We're going to go for dinner and have to eat. Just had time to have a quick shower and change, and we might try get some nighttime evening photography in tonight, because where we're going to have our dinner happens to have a view of the Acropolis when it gets floodlit over the city. No idea how good the view is going to be, but the Acropolis will be in it, so it'll be worth, taking shots of that before we, try get out and do some serious stuff over the week. So, yeah. But I love Ammonia Square. It's just so Greek. Anything you want to add?
It's great to be here in Athens, finally.
It's great to be here. So yeah, see you later. Yasu. So we're on the rooftop of our hotel. This is the roof garden, and we were up here for dinner last night, and we took to take some pictures. You can see the Acropolis. I will show you here. But you can see there's a lot obscuring it. The foreground is awful. It's just rooftops and stuff like that, It did look pretty cool still, floodlit against the sky, but it was literally just the Acropolis and the sky. But there's a lot of antennas in the way and things like that. But you could see Lycabettus Hill, which is there. I'm hoping you can see that. You could get an okay view of that just as a record shot. We took some pictures of that last night, and hopefully they're good enough. They're not, competition pictures by any means, but they at the same time will be just a nice record. And you know what? When you're 90 and then you're on your deathbed and you're looking back through all your photos, I kind of wonder which ones are the ones you'll put the most value on. I'm not sure it's the ones that you put so much time and effort into for competition reasons. Maybe your creative stuff that expressed something of you, yeah. But I also think the memories, things that you take from, experiences that were really good. And sitting on a rooftop in Athens, looking across at the Acropolis and at the foot of Lycabettus Hill, that's an experience definitely to remember. So, how did you get on?
Well, it was my first time seeing the Acropolis from here, so that was pretty nice. Because I've always wanted to come to Athens and see the city for a long time, and I meant to come to Greece a few years back and ended up not getting here. So yeah, seeing the Acropolis from this height and seeing the city from this height was a nice perspective to see it from. Had a really nice dinner. It was a beautiful evening.
Dinner was amazing.
It was a moonlit evening, and yeah, pretty damn nice.
Awesome. So here's, one sec, come around here. So right there, that gives you an idea of where the Acropolis is from where we're standing. And over here, come on, turn, use your feet, for crying out loud. That is Mount Lycabettus. No, where is it? It is
there.
Yeah, there. Sorry, the sun is on the screen from where I am.
You're
But
blind.
no, you're not in it, and I'm not in it, and you are blocking the camera. There it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll sign off. Not sure what pictures we have from last night. Actually, I spent a bit of time just trying to photograph some traffic down there, but traffic was dead. But it was an awesome experience. Highly recommended. Come to Athens. Ooh, what is that behind us, pray tell, I wonder? Big ancient chunk of Artiugly. What? So yeah, not sure you can see it, but that's the Acropolis kind of under the brim of my hat, which is the only thing stopping me turning completely beetroot in this sun. But yeah, we're going to head up there, and it would be cool if we can get some photos, but I have a feeling the hill we're going up, the Philippopis Hill, is going to be jammed with tourists. So it'd be like in the restaurant the other night, very few places to try put a tripod, and that really hampered our efforts to get sharp shots the other night, the first night, because you just couldn't really set up a tripod properly, and there was nowhere to keep a camera still for 30-second exposures. So, but you know what? Nothing else, we'll enjoy it. So Athens was cool. We got some good pictures. Not sure exactly how many we'll be happy with till we get back, but I think there was definitely a few good pictures. Do you think?
I haven't even looked at mine.
You haven't even looked at them? Yeah, the joy of traveling. Quick look at the back of the camera and loading them onto the laptop and then off somewhere else. But that was really, really cool. And now we're after coming to the town of Kalambaka, and you can see in the distance there, they're the rocks of Meteora, where the monasteries are literally suspended in air, and that's, as far as I know, what Meteora means, suspended in air. Or suspended suspended in air or suspended in the sky or something like that. And we're gonna try and get some photos of that while we're here. Go out exploring this evening, see what we can do. And yeah, fingers crossed. Kalispera. We're just about to check out this. We're at our guest house in Kalabaka. This is the monastery guest house, and there's a pool, and there's really cool balconies in the rooms you can see there, and you can see right behind us the amazing, unique landscape that is the UNESCO World Heritage Site. I think it's a World Heritage Convention, which means it's more than just the heritage site.
Yeah.
The UNESCO protected landscape of Meteora behind us. And you can see over here, you can see one of the monasteries nestled like a little eagle's nest on one of the hilltops. It is an amazing place to see. It is absolutely fantastic. And as a photographer, really this trip for us was because we're, kind of going to places that we knew before to get pictures. This is like our first trip to this area, so the idea is to get to know the place. And we've seen some amazing locations, haven't we?
Yeah, amazing. And lovely sunset yesterday evening. It's hot here. It's very hot right now, and very hot yesterday. But we did a trek yesterday morning. That was really cool, to the monasteries. A couple of the monasteries, and then we did the evening sunset tour yesterday evening. And met some great people too.
And that is a good place to see where all the locations are and get to know the place. Obviously, we want to go and travel around it on our own, but doing the tours is very helpful to kind of get to know the place. Yeah. But behind us as well here, you can see some of the higher rocks. And this is all viewable from the guest house. This is the monastery guest house in Kalabaka. And behind those trees, literally is where the train station is. So it's so easy to get here. All right, you have a 5-hour train journey from Athens. But, you could be stuck in traffic for 5 hours going to and from work back in Cork or Dublin. So, hey,
traveling
that's fun.
First class, it's actually a very pleasant trip.
Are you trying to show off or what? When you're traveling first class, yeah, no, she's right. You can get first class tickets if you book far enough in advance, and they're very reasonable. Things are really, really reasonable here. The guest house is fantastic though, and a really, really great value, and the pool is amazing. The pool was really cool. So,
especially for a midnight dip.
Yeah, especially for swimming at midnight when you've been out all day shooting. Now, we took some pictures. You'll probably be seeing them now. We'll have edited them into the video already. We did some travel-y shots just to show some of the features in the area, because it's amazing just to visit from a historical point of view, and just to admire the amazing landscape as well. But yeah, I'm not sure at this point yet. I think there are a few shots that I like. We weren't necessarily blessed with the right lighting at the right times. For example, we were in a really, really perfect spot for evening light 2 nights ago, and the clouds appeared and the sun just disappeared in behind them. So it just means we had to work a little harder and be a bit more creative in getting the traditional dramatic shot. So went with a little bit of hazy lighting, and using the backlight in some areas to kind of create that fantasy look, because backlighting on, in hazy weather for those rocks gives a really nice fantasy landscape feel, and it's fantastic. But we had a great time. We had fun. The food is absolutely amazing, as it is everywhere in Greece, and it's so reasonably priced compared to back home. So yeah, can't wait to be back here and take more pictures.
Bye.
So, Yasu, Yasas,
as they say in Greece.
Yasas.
Take
Kalispera. Take two, yeah. We actually did this whole segment, and because I'm an idiot, I haven't had enough coffee, or there's a serious lack of black tea in Greece. So I'm being such an idiot that we had it set to photograph, so we just took a picture of ourselves and talked for 10 minutes
Well, you did.
to a phone. So, okay, so we are on our way to...
Santorini.
We're on the Santorini ferry, and the idea will be to try and go around the island, take different shots. Then, you know, I mean, we've been here before, and we'll probably splice in some of the shots we did previously. But the idea is to try to take some different shots if possible. There's going to be some of the same stuff, and also it's the busiest time of year, so it's going to be a challenge to even get access to the places and views we'd want to shoot without there being thousands of people there as well. The best time, if you want to, especially in places like Ia, and we could be lucky, but the best time would be to go back in the off season to photograph some of the views in Ia and Fira and places like that, because every single viewing point will have thousands of people at this time of year. But we'll see what we can get. We also have something planned. We have a different type of shoot that we've had in our heads, and I've had a few concepts in my mind coming out here, and me and Alison have kind of done a bit of talking, and we're going to do something else, and we'll see how it goes. But we've been to Paros before this, and Paros was really, really cool, but it was a bit kind of an R&R trip for us, a bit of a break in between Athens, Meteora, and then coming out to Santorini. But we did go and do some shooting up at Ayos Konstantinos, which was cool, wasn't it? It was really cool. There was a lot of tourists around. It's that time of year, so you're kind of standing there for 2 or 3 hours and just waiting for tourists to get out of your way. Some people literally just walk up in front, see you're photographing, and kind of like just look and still stand there and walk into your shot. But everybody's got to enjoy it. That's the point. You're shooting in kind of public places, famous landmarks, scenic spots, and there are very few secrets left in the Greek islands. So you've got to share it with people. Everybody needs to enjoy it. And at the same time, we were trying to not get in other people's pictures if they were taking family photos. We obviously, and this would be my advice, don't be that photographer that everybody hates photographers when they see tripods, you know, because you were the person who didn't give a damn about them. So, you know, we tried our best even to help them get their family pictures if possible. But it's all part of the experience, all part of the fun. To be serious about it, I'd go back again in the off season. But it was really cool. We got some really cool pictures. And here's the Santorini. See what we get. Yes, ass. This is the view out the back again. Awesome. Okay. Very quick update. We are in Fira, and we are going to take some pictures. As we said, we've already been to Megalachori just by accident because we went there for dinner, but also we were in Imiravili, and now we're in Fira, and we're starting, as the light's getting low, we're starting our photographic evening here at the Church of St. John the Baptist, and there are some kids you can hear. So this behind us is the Catholic Cathedral of St. John the Baptist in Fira, and every time I've been to Santorini, and you too, we've always come to this church because it's an amazing building, and whoever designed it was a genius, but just by making it yellow against the blue sky. So it's a really, really beautiful building. So you can see it there.
Yellow dresses as well.
Yeah, I'm wearing a yellow dress. So tomorrow I'm wearing a yellow dress. So, okay, let's see if we can get some pictures. Good evening. This is the news. Yes, us. So we're currently on the ferry on the way back from Santorini, and we are about an hour away from getting into Paros, which is our last stop. It's the port, the main port outside of Athens, where most ferries go from. Some ferries go from Rafina, which is further out, off on the east coast, but Paros is very close to Athens, and we're going to fly home tomorrow. But as you can see, we both look like we just woke up because we kind of did. We were just dozing. But Santorini was cool. It was as busy as we expected, but I think we managed to get some pictures. We just kind of, explored around this time. The pressure was off. We took some of the key kind of iconic shots that we wanted to do the last time we were here. This time we just wanted to, chill and enjoy it. And we did a couple of things. I wanted to kind of do the last time I was there, you can't really capture shots of the caldera properly and get the scale of it. So did some shots to stitch together for a panorama. Haven't edited them yet, but I'm hoping that by the time this video goes live, they'll be edited and that they will have worked. So God, I look tired, and I can't brain right now either, but I'm hoping they will have worked, and you'll see them here. We also went and did a really, really cool shoot up at Ia. As suspected, you couldn't stand anywhere to get a good view of the town when the light was getting good during the golden hour or even in dusk. It was mental. It was absolutely mayhem. But it was cool. We took a lot of the, even little architecture shots. We did that last time, and we didn't have a huge amount of time in Ia this time to hang around, so we did a really cool shoot, which is coming up now. Dun, dun, dun. What do you think of that? Elizabeth Taylor here helped me out because I kind of needed a classic looking Hollywood goddess type person, and here we go. So a shoot similar to that was in my head ever since I had been to Santorini the first time, and I think Alison, to be fair, did a fantastic job in that, and some mediocre photography as well. We brought some lights with us, and we were kind of standing on the promenade, the main street there in Ia, where all the shopping and cafes and stuff are, and I was trying to hold the camera in one hand and had a light with a brolly in the other hand. I mean, a studio light, and holding it pistol grip style in the other hand. And it was impossible to set up a light stand because it was wind kicking up and down suddenly, and also there were just so many people walking past. We would probably have found ourselves in litigation heaven, if we had set up a light stand.
It's windy at the islands. It really is windy.
Yeah, it's been quite windy. The weather's been kind of unusual for this time of year, except for the fact that the skies have been clear, but also the horizon has been quite hazy. So what some of the islands are famous for are like sunsets, but they haven't been that amazing in the sense that they haven't been blazing or dramatic, because the sun is hitting a haze bank every evening.
No rain either this time.
Rain, no. But I think, the last time we were here, we'll show you some pictures. We got some really cloudy views of Santorini, really dramatic looking, and that was the one time we didn't bring tripods. And if we had, we would have been able to photograph the lightning storms. But this time it was clear blue skies, but I think it worked out well for photographing the golden hour and sunset over the caldera from near Akrotiri. So, on that note, hopefully you like the images, and we'll add notes to how we shot them, but if you have any questions, leave them down below. Yes, ass.
Yes,